Hi, my name is Ariel.
And my name is Etta.
And welcome to our channel, How We See Things. And today's topic is about empath and lightworkers, or maybe you're both, or in that direction.
Empathic lightworker.
Yeah.
Well, what we have studied and what we have found out, experience also, that the main difference between an empath and a lightworker is the empath sense energy, while lightworkers have the urge to uplift the energy and a vibration of humanity. But you can be both empath and a lightworker.
Yeah.
So, I can say a little bit about that if you don't mind. When I was trying to find out my abilities, or I always know who I am and about what I am, I found out information about empath or empathy. And I found out that resonated 100% with me, but I also felt like it was something more. I was more in just an empath. And then I found lightworkers, and I also found out, yes, that also resonated 100% with me. So I guess if you want to give me that stamp that I'm an empathic lightworker and more, I also found out I'm not quite done. So what about you?
Yeah, let's see. Well, now I'm just going to say that empath and lightworker are actually the same thing, but have different calling.
Yes.
So that's why they have some very similar traits, but also very different traits and different things. And I think this is a bit important to see that even though everything is the same, it has a little bit different calling in certain ways. So I also find out that I have also a lot of these kind of empathic traits, that I do feel emotion, other things, but I'm very much about equality, to lift up the spirit and light. So I also dive into all of this different, and I also feel like I have something more, and this is typical as a human. We can be a lot more than we just think, but sometimes it's good to have like a label to sort things out, but you should not become the label.
You should never become
a label. But I understand to sort things out, it's good to have a name and a label onto it, but don't become the label. I usually be your own person into it.
Yeah, but when you become the label, you have already, then you put separation between you and others. And
but you also put yourself in a box.
Yeah, and that also.
So
nobody can grow in a box. I'm
stuck. But the thing is that what I think is a bit important to this is to see what is a bit of the trait of an empath and what is a trait of a lightworker. And if you feel both of this resonate with you, you are maybe empathic lightworker.
Yes.
So if you want to go over some of the traits of the empath,
some of the traits, not all of it, I wasn't able to because it's waste, but some of the traits of an empath is feeling emotions of others as if they're our own, being overwhelmed in public places, seen as moody and shy or disconnected. I am both shy and disconnected. Unable to walk. I watch movies where there's a lot of violence in. Feeling constant fatigue and recharging in solitude. That's very important for us empaths. Easily distracted or bored. Yes. Prone to healing and holistic therapies. Yes. Getting attracted to metaphysical things. Yes. Have a difficulty doing things you don't enjoy. I think that has to do with all human beings, not just empaths, but seeking for the truth and looking for answers and gaining knowledge. Yes. Intolerant to narcissism. Yes. Feeling when someone is lying. This is some of the traits of an empath.
It also has something sometimes you will see as emotional unstable. Also, is usually people how look to you as unstable emotionally, because you feel a lot of emotion throughout the day, and that's why it's so important to get the solitude.
Yeah, but these traits fit more
But that is
empaths that have gone through.
No, it is one of the
worked
traits.
up this, yeah.
So, but we have also the traits of a light worker.
Yeah. Lightworkers' traits: being sensitive to energies and may even possess the gift of an empath. Feeling strongly about the environment and the treatment of animals. Inclined to healing and having explored several healing methods, yes. Being aware of your own fears and of those of the people around you. Having experienced a strong spiritual awakening. Love being with people but needing alone time to recharge. Feeling called to heal others, yes. Having a firm belief that the spiritual methods can heal any situation. Having mystical experiences, including physic premonitions and angelic encounters. Face hard life circumstances that awaken the knowledge of your divine. Yes. Wanted to heal your own life in order to heal the world. Feeling compelled to write or teach or provide the counsel about your healing experiences. Feeling a sense of urgency in the fulfillment of your mission or higher purpose, or even before things were clear to you. Oh yeah. Very. Having the awareness of the power of your thoughts and ability to manifest. Yes. And so what is the difference between being an empath or a light worker? The main difference between both is the empaths are more about energy and emotions, while the light workers are more about spirit and purpose. Empaths sense energy, while light workers have the urge to uplift the energy and vibration of the humanity. But you can be both, and I have found out after studying this that I am an empathic light worker. Stempel. Stamp.
A stamp on your forehead.
Yeah. So if it resonates with you, both of those traits, you're most likely empathic light worker and more. Yeah. What do you think about this? So where do you find yourself in this?
Then you stop it, because now there are some people outside.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, they're just going to be cutting trees.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'd like to know that. Okay. So, what I think about that? We need to cut that. So I'm going to make a little pause.
No, don't cut it. Just keep on going.
No, I don't want to have this.
No. Okay.
So what I think about it is that I think this is what I think is a bit sometimes because we want to, I think you, as you're watching this, you want to know more about yourself, to wake and grow, and this is maybe a tool to really, you can go and look at what to do more with the tools that you have chosen as a contract to be doing, because this is our experience that we wanted to be here for and learn from. And I think this is both of them, and I think this is very also important that we say it's two different calling, but it is no higher or lower. It's just equally important, both of them. Because we have a tendency to like saying light workers, and then we kind of separating and calling higher calling, lower calling, and I actually don't.
All of them are equally important.
So this empath and empathic light worker who do tap into all of this is very flexible in certain ways, and sometimes you can tap into it. We all can tap into all of this. I believe we all have all have abilities, but in some certain ways you have maybe more ability in certain ways because you chose to do more in this in your life contract. So I think this is also very important. But this is what I think it is. I know from my own experience that I am, even though I'm empathic light worker, I know I delve a bit more into the light worker because I'm more about equality and get this light to the universe and lifting up more than this empathic abilities. But I also use this when it is needed for and when I feel the call for it. But I feel usually I'm more operating in more into the Lightworkers and what I do there, and about the spiritual lifting up people in this way more than the emotional and
well,
human
I
side.
can't separate between two of them because I feel like I am 100% both and more.
Yes, I know, and I'm not talking about separation.
No, you know what, I can't tell the difference between them, really.
Yeah, but I think you do. I think you know when you feel more of the emotion, and then you start there, and then you go maybe up to the spirits, and sometimes you start with spirit and go more into the emotion because they are connected anyways. So I understand what you're saying, but I feel I still sometimes we all do different things in different order, but it doesn't mean. So I think we all have this kind of feeling. This is how I look at it, because we do have certain traits that are in us that are stronger than others and tend to come first, and then the other things add on.
Yeah, but if you find yourself in both, embrace it, be all of it. Don't try to separate it. You just are. And there's my, if you hear a dog barking, I have a little bitty a small old man here. And I got some people outside, they're cutting my trees. So it's just my solan.
He will not stop.
No, he will not stop.
So, but I totally agree. Don't separate, but anyway, you should not separate anything. So I think that goes with everything. You should not separate the Lightworkers or empath in really honesty in labels anyway. So
no, we don't like labels here.
So anyway, so then we can't separate anything. But I think this is what's important, is that you do what you feel is right for you with the trait and the gift you have, and what you feel how you want to use it. That is basically what we are trying to tell, and we're just trying to also tell you what different traits and what is, while you might find drawn into certain things because this lies in the traits of what we have. But in all honesty, you need to nurture your own
be yourself.
Yeah, but nurture that side of you, and whatever you found, if you find more labels or other things that fits you, and you grab this to develop these things, you go for it. Never put a stop to your own growth, because it is endless possibilities. So like I said, this was just a tool for us to get more to know
who we are. What kind of contract we make.
What kind of contract, not who we are, but what kind of contract and what traits it has. And it helped me to see different perspective inside of me, learning of different traits and what other people have experienced through this. So I think this is what we really wanted to do in this video, is to share different traits on this, how this, even though everything is the same with different little callings and how we operate, which is to better the collective in the wholeness. I think this is what we wanted to try to share with you. So whatever resonates with you and what you really want to feel passionate about and what you want to grow in more, you should be doing exactly this, because that is what the universe is trying to tell you to be doing.
Yes. And if you don't feel, even though I said no, if I don't feel when the empath in me or the Lightworkers, I just am. And wherever comes up, whatever tool comes up, I just use. I don't try to put, oh, here comes my empath, or oh, here's my Lightworker, or here's my psychic self. But just be yourself, and just go with the flow. Swim in the water.
But that is not what I was actually saying either. So what I was saying is that I think there's no separation, but I think it is different traits that comes up in different situations, like everything. But that's what I also was saying. So that's why I said no in the other one. So this is what I think is very important, that we do not try to put any thoughts what other people are saying, because we have different way of saying it. But the thing is that, like I'm saying, it's never separation. You are you 100% every time, every day, and you should be only you. It's just that certain traits of different things comes up more usually in certain situations, because it is certain tool in these traits that you need to be using at that time, and exchange constantly in that interaction because the energy keeps changing constantly. So that's what I think is important to take into it. That, like I said, always be your unique self and be you, be authentic to yourself. This is our main always focus. We always come back to be the authentic and you.
And don't separate yourself from others. Please don't do that.
Separate yourself from yourself.
No. So
be the amazing you.
And we hope this video was a little bit helpful about empathic lightworkers or lightworkers or empath. So if you want to follow us here on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button and the little bell beside it. Then you get notification each time we lay out the new videos. It's usually be once a week. So in the meantime, have an amazing day. And don't forget, you are absolutely, absolutely amazing just because you are you.
And also hit the like buttons or the dislike button. Or please write a comment. We love to hear from you. We like to interact with you guys. So please write us a comment. And this helps us to grow with you. And always turn up your light.
So we see you next week.
Bye-bye.